I'm going to go through the practice assessment then, so you have an idea where all the answers are coming from. Okay, looking at the first question, we've got a rectangle and a semicircle, and we're asked to calculate the perimeter of the shape. So be a reminder, perimeter is the distance around the outside. So we're looking to add up the distance all the way around the outside of the shape. So looking at the first part of that, looking at the rectangle, it's quite straightforward. Along here is 27, up the side's 18, along that next side there's 27. The final part we need to work out is this curved part here. Now that's part of the circumference of the circle. To find the circumference of the circle, we're going to do C equals pi d. Pi, you can either use the pi button or 3.14, whatever you prefer. Diameter of the circle goes from edge to edge, so that would be the 18 centimetres. Multiply them together, so 3.14 times 18, that gives us 56.52. That would be for a full circle. I don't have a full circle. I've only got half a circle. I'm going to divide it by 2 and get 28.26 centimetres. That's what I need to add on to the rest of these here. It's 28.26. And that gives me 100.26 centimetres. Question 2. Container, a fuel container. It's the shape of a cylinder. Part A asks me to find out the volume of the cylinder. Now the volume of the cylinder, the formula is given to you. It's not one you need to memorise, but you do need to know how to use. The volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. Looking at this cylinder here, the height's 2.1. The diameter is 1.5 metres. So my radius is half of that. Which is 0.75 metres. Okay, so my volume then is pi, which is 3.14 times, excuse me, the radius squared, so times 0.75 squared times the height, which is 2.1. Now remember, squared just means times by itself. We can make that times 0.75 times 0.75 times 2.1, or you can use the square button on your calculator, whatever your preference is. Typing that in then, 14 times 0.75 squared times the 2.1 gives 3.71 metres cubed. That's part A for the volume. Part B, surface area. Excuse me, sorry. Surface area of a cylinder, it's just the curved surface area, is pi times the diameter times the height. You're not given that formula, is one you need to know. Pi is 3.14. The diameter is 1.5. And the height is 2.1. That comes out at 9.89 centimetres, metres squared. Number 3. Number 3, we want to find the area of this bit of metal. So what we have here is we have a rectangle with a semicircle missing. So I'm going to start by finding the area of the rectangle by doing the length times the breadth. It's 35 times 16. Which is 560 centimetres squared. We're then going to find the area of semicircle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Again, not a formula you're given, one you need to know. So it's 3.14 times the radius goes from the centre to the edge. The radius is 8. Remember, squaring something means timesing it by itself. So we can do that as times 8 times 8, which is 200.96 centimetres squared. Now, I'm interested in the area bit with this semicircle cut out, so with that semicircle missing. So I'm going to take it away. Which comes out as 359.04 centimetres squared. Last question then, number 4. A warehouse room has dimensions 9.8, 6.7 and 3.1. So if you imagine the room, it's a cuboid. Excuse my bad drawing. So it's got a length of 9.8 metres, a width of 6.7 metres and a height of 3.1 metres. So the surface area would be 2 lots of, and we're just looking for each individual one multiplied together. We're looking for the 3 different rectangles each time. So do 9.8 times 3.1 plus, stick with my 9.8, it also needs to be times by 6.7 plus, and then the one that I've got missing is my 6.7 times my 3.1. Type that into your calculator. 9.8 times 3.1 plus 9.8 times 6.7 plus 6.7 times 3.1, double it, I get 233.62, not centimetres, I always want to write centimetres, metres squared. Last wee bit then, part B, volume of the cuboid, it's length times breadth times height. Oh, that jumped quite a bit there, didn't it? Which is 9.8 times 6.7 times 3.1, which is 203.55 metres cubed. Okay, any problems, please let me know. Like I said last time, your actual assessment will be quite similar to this practice